I got a hypothetical question. It's a hypothetical question, of course. Here it is. Here's the hypothetical question. Hang on. So, so this friend, I had this friend. I had this friend, and he's a dog trainer. Here's the hypothetical question. Well, I have a hypothetical question for you all, and I'm curious what you all think. Are you ready for the I'm filling up the bath or the tub for khaki. But I have a hypothetical question, and it's about a friend of mine that's a dog trainer. I have a hypothetical question. He told me this story, and I just want to see what your all's take on it is. It's just strictly hypothetical. So I'm just wondering if you all want to hear the hypothetical question or not. Khaki, I'll get you in there. Hang on. Do you want to hear the hypothetical question or not? I'm not going to ask it unless I see that people really are interested in hearing it. If you don't want to hear it, I'm not gonna bring it up. You know, whatever. Oh, so Harmonious of Sparta says yes. No, please tell us, Pete. So you all want to hear the hypothetical question? Well, it's not hypothetical because a friend of mine told me about this. So a friend of mine told me, so it really isn't hypothetical. It actually happened. And he told me this, and I was shocked. I was sort of shocked that he told me this. So this guy, he's a dog trainer, right? Look at Khaki over there eating stuff. She's so cute. What are you doing? You're eating grass? She looks like a regular duck. She looks like a duck there. She's totally duck-like. I gotta hear more people say that they want to hear the hypothetical. It's not a hypothetical question. Do you want to hear the story? Do you want to hear the story that my friend's that's a dog trainer told me? It isn't hypothetical. It isn't show us. It's tell us. Tell us the story that my friend who's a dog trainer told me. Do you really want to hear it? No, see, there's nobody here to even listen to it, so I'm not going to tell it, I guess. He's a dog trainer. He was living with this woman. Yes, I want to hear it. Okay. Jump in there, Khaki. Let's see if anybody else shows up, because I don't want to tell the story twice. We want to hear. Let's see if some more people show up, and then I'll start. If we get 30 people, I'll tell you the story that my friend told me. He's a dog trainer. He's living with this woman. I'm not gonna say who it was. Tell us, please. Harmonious of Sparta, I'm definitely gonna tell you. We're waiting just to see if a few more people show up because I don't want to tell the story twice. I heard the story. It really isn't hypothetical. It's a real story. The question is that, do you think this was screwed up? That's the question. Do you think that this is screwed up? Not, I would leave. That's not the question. That's not the question. It's story time. So a friend of mine told me a story. Okay, I'm going to tell you all. We got 19 people. If we get 10 more, I'll start telling the story. Okay? We got 18 now. If we hit, how you been, Pete? I'm gonna tell a story my friend told me. He's a dog trainer. He was living with this woman. I'm gonna tell the story, but we need more people to tell. I'm not gonna tell it with 18. See, there's people going. I was outraged when I heard it. I was outraged. Jump in there, Khaki. Nobody wants to hear it. There's 15 people here now. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the story. You don't want to hear the story. You know, okay. You don't want to hear the story, I'm not going to tell it. I'll talk about something else. Talk about my duck. Right? There's my duck. There's my duck. My duck's going to go swimming. Maybe if some people show up, I'll actually tell the story. Look at her run. She's like a bolt of lightning. Yes, I'll tell you the story about my dog trainer friend. Yes, but we need 10 more people to tell it. So I'm not going to tell it unless we get 10 more people. That's just a fact. Right, Khaki? So if we get a few more people, I'll start telling the story. Khaki, get in the water. Do you want to get in the water, baby? I'll help Khaki get in the water. Right? Here. What are you doing, Khaki? No, come here, Khaki. Come here, you crazy duck. Okay, we got it. Now I'm going to tell the story. So here's the story. So my friend's a dog trainer who's living with this woman. And the woman wanted to learn dog training. And he said that, you know, she was okay, but she'd only worked with dogs that had been trained, right? So they were all trained dogs. She'd never done anything start to finish. He said that he had some clients there, his client there, and that he'd never worked with the client, right? He never worked with his client. She flipped out, and he said that she left, right? She left. And then after she left, she'd been gone a while. You know, she'd been working with dogs for about 45 to 60 days, something like that, somewhere in there. So we're not talking about an expert by any means, right? Knew how to hold the leash right, maybe had used a knee collar a little bit, picked up some stuff from my friend. So she leaves of her own accord. She's just like, okay, I'm out here, whatever. After she's gone for about a week and a half or something, she contacts my friend's client, or, you know, the owner of the client, and asks the owner if the owner would like to do lessons with her. My friend told me this, and I said, that's the most screwed up thing I've ever heard. The comparison was made by somebody of the fucktard. The fucktard was this guy who didn't know anything about dog training, but like was a total expert. Total expert. Don't you think that that's screwed up? I heard that, he was telling me that story, and I'm like, really? She contacted the client, your client, asking if the client, you know, the owner wanted to do lessons with her. It's outrageous. He told me this, he said, I don't know what that means. He said that she contacted him and then tried to get she contacted the owner of the dog, right? And then she contacted, he said, was trying to contact the wife to see if, like, the guy, the husband, already said, no, we're not interested in that. We're going to work with what's his name. And then he said that she contacted him and said, give me the information on the wife. Like the husband had already said, like, no, we're not interested. But she wanted to even, I hate it when people play games. It's total game. That she wanted to, after he had said, no, we don't want to do that, she wanted to contact his wife, even though that he's already told, no moral code, right? She was already told that they weren't interested. He said that she said, I'm sure she's going to want to do it. Just give me the information, right? That is screwed up. He told me this and I'm like, really? Like, very similar to the FTARD, like the instant expert. Never had worked with anything other. Yeah, okay, do you want me to tell I'll tell the story again, because there are different people here. So my friend's a dog trainer, right? My friend's a dog trainer, and he was living with this woman that, like, was interested in dog training. So for about 45 or 60 days, she worked with dogs, and she worked with dogs that were, already trained. And then she left, and then she's gone for about a week or so. And then she contacted one of the clients, asking the client if they wanted to do lessons with her. And the client said, no, we're good. We're just working with him, right? And then she proceeded to contact the dog trainer that she was living with, looking for the information on the husband's wife, because he said she was convinced that, so effed up, was convinced that the wife would want to work with her. This is somebody that had been dog trained for 45, 60 days, only with trained dogs. How do you explain that? I was flabbergasted. I said, really? Was she giving it doesn't have anything to do with a price reduction, dude. The person's not qualified to do it. They have no idea what they're doing. They've never even, he told me that the girlfriend had never even worked with the dog, never even touched the dog that she was contacting the owners about, wanting to do like a Zoom or like a Skype thing. What's that? How do you explain that? She's a snake. Right. It's just evil shit, right? Like, I'm going to try and screw up your business. That's what I said. I said, she's just trying to screw up your business. He told me that story. I was like, what? You're making that up. He's like, no, deadly serious. Zoom dog training does not work. That's another thing. Like, this person wanted to there was like this self-importance, like convinced that they really knew what they were talking about. Like, that's the way he described it. Like, no, she, really thought that she could help out. Bang out of order. Right. There's a chain of command, right? And it was my friend's business. And she was just a girlfriend that was like living there. Like I said, he said she'd never even touched the dog that she contacted the owner about. It's outrageous, right? I asked him, I said, so she never even like, did, she had a dog, and I said, did she train her dog? And he goes, no, I did. That's what he said. He goes, no, I trained that dog and every other dog that she had worked with. But she contacted an owner. That's what he says. Contacted an owner wanting to work with the owner, asking if they wanted to work with her. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I didn't know what to say. I was like, dude, that's fucked up. He's like laughing, going, yeah, I know, it is screwed up. He's pretty mellow, though, actually. He was just like philosophical about it, like people have issues or something, and what can you do? You know? You can't do much. You can't do much. All you just hope is that the despicable and detrimental to any dog that she works with. I would suspect, because there's an arrogance that the person thinks that they know what they're doing. You know, and clearly they don't. They've never trained a dog start to finish. They couldn't train their dog. And my friend said he did everything for her dog. And, you know, it's reminiscent of the fucktard. The fucktard that was on the channel that really thought he was an expert. But, you know, and then like he would like try and live stream dog training and just look like a fool. I have 2 girls. No, I don't have any advice for you, dude. People think training animals is easy. It's not. That's true. That's true. And there's something to be said for experience. It's arrogant. There's a lot of arrogant people that think that they can do it, and then I guarantee you this person will not be able to do it. Hand them a puppy, they're going to screw it up. Hand them a dog with issues, they're going to screw it up. They will screw it up. That's what I told my friend. I was like, man, somebody like that, that's like the person that like goes and gets a like does some kind of seminar on hypnotism, right? And then all of a sudden they're the expert. They're the expert hypnotist. But who would want to be a hypnotist anyway? Because what? To plant false memories and shit? Why would anybody want to do that? You know? What do you want to? Arrogant and greedy. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't even know if it's greedy. I don't, you know, I don't know if money was even talked about. It just seems arrogant for sure. When it's the dog's fault, never their fault. Then it's the dog's fault, never their fault. I said to the dude, I said, what do you, how's the dog that she owns? And he said, the dog's great. There's nothing wrong with the dog. But he suspects that he'll just give the dog up. She'll give the dog up at some point. You know, like, you know, have something better to do and pass the dog off on to a family member. Something like that. That's what I assume. The way he was talking. Yeah, when he was saying that, I'm like, no, she didn't. He's like, yeah, she did. He's laughing. How many dogs have I trained? Too many to count? How would I know that, man? I'm 58, fool. Shady and abusive. I would say so. Yeah, it seems like she was trying to throw a monkey wrench in the guy's business for sure. Just, I'm gonna cause problems, and I don't care. You know, like that. He's through with her, he said. He said that was just a, you know, when she was walking out the door, you know, he didn't think it would end, things would happen like that, but, man, I gotta cut my fingernails. I'm looking like a fucking werewolf right now. I thought you all would appreciate that story, so I figured I'd tell you. It's all right, right? Right, Khaki? Cackers? Ow. How you doing, Cack? Khaki's so cool. Khaki, you're pretty. She's smiling. You're hot in the sun, aren't you? You want to get in the water? Yeah, I was outraged. I was like, you're bullshitting me. He swears it's the truth. I believe him. Some people are just bad. Yeah. He said that she used to brag about the bad shit that she would do, like that. I was like, really? Like, who does that? He's just like shaking his head. You hear khaki? Look. Say hello to everyone, Khaki. Khaki's not bad. Are you, Khaki? Look, can you see yourself in there? You can. Look at how pretty Khaki is. Pretty close to full grown. Well, not really. You'll grow more. Right, Khaki? How come you're so cute? Look how cute she is. I bet Khaki would never call my clients. Would you, Khaki? I don't know what if somebody did that to me, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably not do anything. Did he face her? I don't know. He didn't go into detail about that. He didn't go into detail. He said something like he said, well, the damage was already done. What was I gonna do? Like, I was like, he said, well, he said, what did he say? He said, how did he put it? He said, the damage was already done, so I asked her, what are you doing? Like that, like, what in the world are you doing? And I think he also said that it was highly inappropriate for you to contact my client. He's one of those dudes you wouldn't think is easygoing, but with some stuff, it's like, what are you gonna do? She is cute, right? Khaki, no. Hang on. No. Dude, don't eat that. Well, don't. We're going back inside, dude. Check out this carpenter bee. I love these things. Look at him. It's like a hovercraft. Hang on, I'll put you down. There. Hang on, I'll start dealing with you. Yeah, it's really funny. Like when he was telling the story, like it sounded better than when I was telling it. But I bet he's got more stories about her. Because anybody that would do something like that, that's like someone that has like no boundaries. Yeah. Like people that have no boundaries are kind of dangerous to be around. I thought it was outrageous. Seriously, I was like, what? You bullshitting me. He swears it's the truth. I believe him. What? Come on. Is this doing this again? Why is this a problem? Quiet. So it works on this one. Works on that one. So does this one work on this one? I don't know. It's outrageous, Laura. Hey, listen. People are crazy. Man, that's ballsy shit. You know, that's some balls to do something like that. Like, oh, I'm not hanging around with the dude anymore, but I'm gonna contact the guy's client. You know. It's crazy. That's a sign of a crazy person. Like a person that will do anything, like capable of anything. Like I said to him, I go, man, she sounds like a sociopath or psychopath. He said, bingo. Like no boundaries. Somebody without boundaries. Everybody should have some kind of boundaries. Thanks. That's a person with no integrity? Is that what you're saying? Yes, no integrity. Yes, no integrity. Is subject to their own whims. Like a person that oh gee, great, I look like your dad. Like their compulsions, they're compulsive, they just do it. You know, to them, it seems fine. You know, that's the way he was saying. He was going, no, she was trying to convince me to give me the woman's name, the wife's name, because even after the husband had said no, you know, she was going to try and bypass him and jump that chain of command too. That is crazy. Do you have a video on how to use a leash properly? Yeah, probably. You should look it up. There's a search bar. You type in leash, see if something comes up. How to hold a leash? I don't know. Yeah, I was just flabbergasted. I'm glad he dealt with her and not me. You know, that sounds like a nightmare. It does. It sounds like a nightmare of a person to deal with. Like I said to him, I said, man, you must have the patience of an angel. You know? Which he sort of does in a weird way. You wouldn't know it by... He's tolerant at a point, you know? To a point, and then, like, the dude was just like, okay, this is... And that's just more proof that he said that, like, you know... You know, so somebody that takes advantage and stuff like that. If you can't find the info on Peter's channel, then you don't need to know it. There you go. There's 5,000 videos. Look. Seriously, just look. Yeah, integrity. You know, like, we're on this planet for such a short period. And when we're gone, that's it. You want to keep your self-respect, you know? You do. You want to keep your self-respect, and you're doing, you should always think of it as like paying your rent on this planet. And that's not by screwing people behind their back. Stealing, whatever. That's not what it's about. It's not always easy to do things. You know, it isn't always easy or not to do things, but you do them because it's right, not because you have a whim. You know? Oh, I got this idea, I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah, that's good. That's gonna work out. Some people are so effed up. Yeah, they just are. Hey, Gus, you're next, man. Pretty screwed up. This dude's fine, though. He's just like, screw it. You know, screw it. He's got plenty on his plate to, like, you know. Just, you know. So don't, yeah. What did he say? I'm glad she's gone. She was a hindrance or something like that. Consequences be damned, do the right thing. Roddy Piper says that? Really? I like what Maya Angelou says. She says, when someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time. No, believe them the first, yeah. When someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time. They don't care the trouble. They don't care that that's the trouble. They just walk away. That's right. That's right. They get their fix and then they move on to the next exciting thing. That's right. Using along the way. Yeah, he said she bragged about shit like that. Like, so you think he said that when somebody does that, he said that it was like, you know, you just think that like the person, she was telling him this, so you have a tendency like not to think it's gonna happen to you, but then he said it in the back of his mind, he said, I was like, she's just gonna screw me around too, right? Like, it was funny. Like he said that she thought that it was funny about fucking people around. Mistrust most those in whom the implies to punish is strong. Mistrust most those in whom the impulse is to punish is strong. Mistrust those in whom the impulse to punish is strong. Okay, yeah, sure, that makes sense. Hail to the twins of dark Neptune. I don't know them, but let's hail to them, whoever they are. I don't know who that is, so no idea. It's interesting. I bet there's so many people that have had experiences like my friend had, you know. What was the question? It wasn't a question, it was more like a story. It was like that the question was, do you think it's screwed up what this person did? And everybody unanimously said yes, that it was screwed up. So it wasn't even hypothetical, it was a story my friend told me. Bad title, you know? Bad title. Can I make a religion based off of you? No, because there is already a religion, Brokata Nawata, and I'm a minister, so... What? You want to do your own chapter? Hula se bagumba brokata nawata, my brother. You should join the church, and if you join the church, you can join the church by joining the channel. If you don't join the channel, you're not in the church, we don't want to hear about it, okay? You do whatever you want. Brokata nawata. No, Peter is a philosopher. No, I'm a minister, not a philosopher. Join the channel. Join. You know you want to. The aliens are coming. I would join if I were you. I would. Yeah, it's a great story. Can we kiss, no homo? Well, no, I don't really want to. You know, I understand it's not homo, but I don't really like to kiss dudes. And, you know, the pandemic is just over, maybe a little social distancing. You know, you stay in your, we have like an invisible fence up, and you stay like 300 feet away from me. That'd work. I'm fine with that. Just keep your distance. Don't jump into my space. Okay? Don't try and smell my hair. It's been done before. You're not going to smell my hair, dude. That's what you want to do. Well, it's not going to happen. Oh, lover of wisdom? Blow him a kiss instead. Watch using that word blow, okay? Okay? Hang on, you're next. That is a great story, though. What is? I'm thinking of something. Oh. Yes. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I gotta text somebody. Hang on. You know what? I don't have to text somebody. I gotta send them a video. Okay? Well, can I do it like this?